You know, sweet orange essential oil is profoundly misunderstood. In fact, up to 91% of people are completely unaware of its true therapeutic benefits, often just writing it off as a pleasant room fragrance. But in this explainer, we are going to dive straight into the strict botanical science behind this extract. It is actually a highly potent, scientifically backed tool for optimizing both our physical and mental wellness, and it elevates our understanding of the plant far beyond just a nice aroma.
So, you might be wondering, how can the simple aroma of a fruit fundamentally alter our brain chemistry? Well, it's a fascinating proposition. We aren't talking about placebo effects here, or mere pleasantries. We are dealing with volatile organic compounds that directly interface with the human nervous system and our overall physiology. Let's unpack exactly how this biochemical interaction actually works.
To guide us through this, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the science of sweet orange, look at its impact on stress and anxiety, explore its physical and immunological actions, review a critical safety alert regarding dilution, discuss practical applications, and wrap up with the safe daily use guide.
Let's dive right into Section 1, the science of sweet orange. The therapeutic power of Citrus sinensis comes strictly from the essential oil extracted from its peel, and the real secret here lies in its precise chemical breakdown. As you can see, the vast majority, upwards of 90%, is d-limonene. You can think of d-limonene as the dynamic engine that drives physical detoxification and immune stimulation, but we absolutely cannot overlook myrcene at 3% and linalool at 0.4%. While their concentrations are much lower, these specific compounds actually act as the regulatory brakes for our nervous system, delivering profound sedative and anti-inflammatory effects.
Now, if we look at how these chemical components map directly to physiological actions, it becomes really clear. D-limonene operates as an antioxidant and stimulant, actively detoxifying the body and balancing the appetite. Linalool, on the other hand, provides a deeply sedative and antidepressant primary action. It functions as a documented anxiolytic that actively relieves pain. And finally, myrcene provides targeted anti-inflammatory properties, serving as an analgesic and muscle relaxant. These aren't just abstract ideas. These are measurable actions of monoterpenes interacting directly with our physiological systems.
Which brings us to Section 2, stress, anxiety, and emotions.
In clinical literature, sweet orange essential oil is often referred to as the oil of joy, and it's rigorously documented to relieve severe stress. To truly understand its psychological impact, we can look at a controlled clinical trial from the Federal University of Sergipe. The researchers used a highly stressful psychological model known as the video-monitored Stroop color word test. What they found was that an application of just 2.5 to 10 drops of the oil effectively stabilized state anxiety and subjective tension in healthy volunteers during this intensely stressful situation. So we have empirical proof of acute anxiolytic activity driven simply by inhaling these botanical compounds. And these findings are incredibly consistent across some very diverse, high-stress scenarios. For example, in a 2013 odontological study, inhaling sweet orange oil measurably reduced both pulse rates and cortisol, which is our primary stress hormone, in children undergoing anxiety-inducing dental procedures. Similarly, a 2015 study observed women in active labor. The women who inhaled the essential oil reported drastically lower subjective anxiety levels compared to the control group that just inhaled distilled water. Comparing these distinct studies really proves that the anxiolytic, sedative, and antidepressant effects of the oil are scientifically measurable and reliable, even in the most demanding environments.
Moving on to Section 3, physical and immunological actions.
The benefits here extend far beyond the central nervous system to actually fortify the body's physical and immunological structures. Because of that high d-limonene content we discussed, the oil actively strengthens the immune system, acting almost like a shield against common colds and influenza. When we talk about pain management, the potent anti-inflammatory properties driven by compounds like myrcene are highly effective. They directly alleviate physical discomfort, notably reducing severe headaches and migraines, while also decreasing swelling in our joints and bones. Beyond pain relief, the oil stimulates bile production in the gallbladder, which provides critical gastrointestinal relief and aids in fat digestion. And the benefits continue topically. Its astringent properties stimulate collagen production and eliminate the harmful bacteria responsible for skin acne.
Now, this next part is absolutely crucial. Section 4, alert, dilution and phototoxicity.
Before we discuss how to actually apply these benefits, we need to talk about the absolute necessity of dilution. Because essential oils are extraordinarily concentrated botanical extracts, applying pure, undiluted sweet orange essential oil directly to your skin carries a high risk of severe irritation, chemical burns, and adverse allergic reactions. You should never apply it directly to the skin. Safety and scientific rigor have to dictate our usage here. The proper, safe method is to always dilute the essential oil in neutral bases or carrier oils, things like almond, grapeseed, or jojoba oil. This process ensures what we call lipid affinity, meaning the oil safely penetrates the skin barrier to provide deep nourishment and targeted physical relief without causing any cellular damage.
Furthermore, we have to address a chemical phenomenon known as phototoxicity. This is an exaggerated skin response to ultraviolet light caused by specific chemical agents present in citrus peels, which are called furanocoumarines. Now, while sweet orange oil is generally considered safer than bergamot or lemon essential oils, the presence of these compounds means that applying citrus oils to your skin can make that specific area highly sensitive to UV rays. That can lead to dark hyperpigmentation spots or even severe burns if you're exposed to the sun.
Because of this, if you are applying sweet orange essential oil topically to your body, you must adhere strictly to this number, 6. You are required to wait a minimum of 6 hours after a topical application before exposing that area of skin to direct sunlight. And as an added precaution, it's strongly advised to utilize a sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher if any accidental sun exposure is anticipated.
Let's put this into practice. Section 5. Topical and environmental applications. Having established those critical safety parameters, we can now examine some practical, everyday methods for safely integrating this biochemistry into your routine. These are rigorous, reliable measurements derived directly from aromatherapeutic literature. For environmental application, if you want to induce a tranquil and revitalizing sleep atmosphere, precisely add 10 drops of the oil to 300 milliliters of water in an electric diffuser. When you need immediate emotional balance and acute anxiety relief, personal inhalation is highly effective. Just place exactly 1 drop in the palms of your hands, rub them together to release the volatile compounds, cup your hands over your nose, and take 3 deep, deliberate breaths. For targeted physical therapy, like reducing joint pain or muscle tension, dilute 4 drops of sweet orange oil into 2 tablespoons of a carrier oil, such as grapeseed, and massage it into the skin. And finally, for a detoxifying skincare treatment that leverages the oil's astringent properties, simply mix just 1 drop into a paste made of white clay and lavender hydrosol.
And finally, Section 6, Safe Daily Use Guide.
Synthesizing everything we've learned today, here is a curated step-by-step protocol to safely and seamlessly integrate the benefits of limonene and linalool into your 24-hour wellness cycle. Step 1. Morning emotional balance. Start your day by placing a single drop on a ceramic aroma necklace or utilizing that palm inhalation method we just discussed. This leverages the stimulating properties of d-limonene to provide mental vigor and focus. Step 2. Evening environmental setup. As you transition toward rest, prepare your bedroom diffuser. This introduces linalool and myrcene into the air, acting as natural sedatives to lower cortisol and induce a deeply calming atmosphere. Step 3. Nighttime physical recovery. Before bed, perform a targeted massage using your carrier oil dilution to alleviate the physical stress and joint inflammation accumulated throughout the day. Executing this step at night is a calculated safety measure guaranteeing 0 sun exposure during that critical 6-hour phototoxicity window. Consider the profound implications of what we have explored here. If a single, properly diluted drop of citrus extract possesses the biochemical capacity to measurably lower our primary stress hormones, act as a clinical anxiolytic, and physically alleviate joint pain, what other untapped potential lies within the natural world? I encourage you to respect the science, strictly adhere to the safety guidelines, and continue exploring the profound mechanics of nature. How else might strictly applied, scientifically validated botanical tools optimize the health and efficiency of our modern daily routines?